Two of my favorite tactical games of the last year, and maybe even of all time, are Door Kickers 2, Task Force North, and Ready or Not. You guys know this to be true. Door Kickers 2, a phenomenal top-down active pause, tactical planning and decision-making game that allows you to analyze and then execute these complex CQB assaults in an asymmetric environment where you have to be concerned about civilian casualties, the way your team fires and moves to support one another, and accomplishing very specified tasks. And of course, Ready or Not is this phenomenal SWAT-based tactical shooter played in the first person, the spiritual successor to SWAT 4, and absolutely killing it on Steam and across the tactical shooter space, where everyone who is passionate about these sort of mechanics is absolutely loving this game. So needless to say, I was thrilled when I learned that a Ready or Not map had been recreated using Door Kickers 2. An absolute legend on Steam named Nom2609 created a map he's called Twisted Nerve, and it's a replica of the first level of the 213 Park Homes level in Ready or Not. This gives us the really unique opportunity to analyze the differences and similarities with how I cleared this map in Ready or Not in a first-person perspective when I did a silent clear with Karma Cut and the guys, and then how I also cleared it from a top-down, more deliberate perspective with Active Pause in Door Kickers 2. If you're interested in grabbing a copy of Door Kickers 2, you can do it from my game store over at nexus.gg/controlledpairsgaming. If you want Ready or Not, you can grab it off of Steam. If you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you like guns and tactics, check out my Instagram and my secret YouTube channel. And let's get this thing started. We were playing with a similar rule set in both of these levels. They were both just missions to kill or destroy all of the enemy combatants that were in these structures. That means we were able to take a similar method to clearance. We were leading a lot with HE. We were playing very aggressively. Every target that we encountered was a shoot target, and our tactics, for that reason, were pretty similar. But the enemy still presented us with a different look in each of the levels. And you'll notice that there are certain doors that are open in Door Kickers, while there are certain doors that are closed in Ready or Not, for example. That forces me to analyze each situation in its own merit and make decisions based off of the play that we're seeing. Our method of entry was the same in either scenario. We held left side of the door, we went up, placed a explosive breach on it, and then tossed the flashbang to initiate entry. We found one enemy combatant internal, but in the top-down scenario, it turns into a cluster in the living room with both opposing doors opening simultaneously and half my squad being stuck in the fatal funnel before we disable the lights. However, in Ready or Not, it goes a little bit more smoothly. Same plan, explosive breach, banger, enter and clear. We engage one target internal, but we see an open breach to our right, forcing us to take that right away as it is the greater threat. I'm going to show this out of sequence so that we're able to do an apples-to-apples comparison, but just know that we went right in Ready or Not. However, coming back to the top-down perspective, we move down the long corridor first. We're holding long. On the opposite end, pulling rear security, which protects us. We toss a bang, take the short room with a single ranger, and then again hold long, engaging one target to the rear before entering this final corner fed room with two men. We pan the door, set conditions for a clean cross funnel shot, and now we got to move against the closed door. There's no reason for us to go stand in the middle of the hallway with both of our rangers, so we pull security from across the hallway and then initiate with an explosive breach and a bang, pull cross coverage through the threshold before doing a SIMO or near SIMO entry and transitioning sides. Now, if we come and take a look at the way we did it Ready or Not, it was similar, but it went a little bit more clean, and I made one pretty aggressive decision. We peek the door, open door right, my buddy takes it, I see an open door deep. I go ahead and take that open door. It's aggressive, but I trusted that I would have a two-man. Indeed, that two-man did follow me in. Unfortunately, we didn't encounter any enemy in that room. Same sort of situation here though, right? We see a closed door across the way and we hold long from the opposite opposing doorway rather than committing the entire team to the fatal funnel. On the way back, during our back clearance, we did see one enemy combatant. We went ahead and engaged them. We did not encounter that in our top-down perspective. However, before we move into the eastern portion of the structure in the top-down perspective, we make sure everyone gets a mag change. It's easy to control it in Door Kickers. I can tell half my team to change and then half the other team to change. We finally toss a bang, enter and clear this room with 3 men. Lead with a bang. We have one open threshold. We hold that as well as hold stairs. Same entry plan in Ready or Not. However, it is an uncontested entry and we've got a closed door rather than an open door. In both situations, rather than push stairs, we do choose to attack that open door, which leads into a deep hallway. Having already been compromised in both scenarios, we choose to stay violent and go explosive. In the top-down scenario, we lead with a wall charge. It's a lot more explosive power than required to get through that door, but it is what we had available. As we back off, we keep our muzzles on the door rather than exposing ourselves. And Ready or Not, in that first-person perspective, however, we clear down the hallway, provide security with a 2-man, myself, place a charge on the door with a 1-man, and again pull security on that door as we back off before initiating the explosive breach and pushing. In the top-down perspective, we have 2 enemy combatants in the structure. As we advance into it, we've got 2 closed doors left, 1 open door deep. We choose to work left first. And Ready or Not, we have an immediate open door left. I pan it to buy myself some time, enter as the 2-man, and we are good to go, uncontested so far in Ready or Not. However, in the top-down perspective, we go explosive again internally, take a super risky shot that would never be done in first person, or certainly not in real life, and we complete our clearance of that portion of the structure. My buddy and I, in Ready or Not, continue to work in a clockwise fashion through that series of connecting rooms, doing a quick buddy team clearance. And in first person perspective, we can shine a white light under the door to signal that we are entering to our friends without using our voices to do it. So it's just a method of nonverbal communication to prevent fratricide and do some coordination. And in Ready or Not, our buddies had already cleared the long room. However, in Door Kickers, we still need to clear that long room. We throw a bang to do it with our number 2-man, then we run the rabbit, do a near far, destroy 1 enemy combatant in the process, and move back to finally clear external. In Ready or Not, there's a whole upstairs section that we had to clear that's not in the top-down version, so instead we just work our way back towards the living room where we reposture. However, we do encounter yet another bad guy that we have to eliminate on the way back towards the living room. It's just a good reminder that you have to constantly be conducting back clearance. If you're not maintaining a room, you are not securing it. If you don't have someone in there with their eyes on it, it is no longer secure, and you must do a back clear. We go explosive and move into a strong wall. A lot of bad guys outside in Door Kickers, and we pay the price for it with our 1 and only casualty being assessed as he went on external. However, in Ready or Not, we chose not to go explosive here, and instead we stayed quiet, pushed out, fought with the door a little bit in that first person perspective, and then encountered no resistance at all outside, using that same sort of strong wall technique. Once it was clear, we just kind of kept on pushing. Guys, this was extremely interesting. What a unique opportunity to be able to compare these 2 phenomenal games kind of side by side and take a look at the way that your thought process might be different if you have the luxury of perfect situational awareness as you do in a top-down perspective, as opposed to the silent and claustrophobic clearance of the first-person perspective in Ready or Not. Both of these games are phenomenal. I highly recommend both of them for fun and because they're excellent tools for exercising tactical decision-making and keeping your mind nimble as you evaluate these scenarios. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more stuff like it, I invite you guys to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for each of you who choose to do that. I'm Controlled Pairs. This was Ready or Not and Door Kickers too, and I'll see you guys in the next one.